You guys having your too deep?
I would say we're probably around 90-95% done with that. This is the week, it is a mock game week, which we emphasize the trading of scout teams, so we got to start whittling that down a little bit. But if there is a competition battle at a certain group, we allow that to kind of go on for these next Tuesday and Wednesday practices.
Can you tell us an idea where some of the battles are still occurring?
I think they're still at the running back position. I would say the right guard and center position as well. And then there's a lot of backup roles in terms of who's going to be that guy as well. But, for the most part, 90-95% of it's probably already solidified, But, again, this is an important week on mock game week in terms of preparation for Tennessee, which typically this is a crazy week in terms of making sure our scout team lines up with the way we want to practice. So it's mainly about making sure that we're on the same page in terms of how we practice so we can get the game plan in next week the way we want it.
Backup quarterback.
Still up in the air. I think Jack is pretty much taking over that right now. I feel confident with these kids, but I think the beauty of the redshirt rule right now, where you can just keep Trey low and getting him some quality reps and getting to the point where we can throw them in the game and see what they're capable of doing in live situations versus other opponents. But right now, Jack would be the first one going in.
Where has he gotten so much better? You heard about his arm strength last year, but it seems like all the other intangibles.
I think mentally, Jack is in a really good spot. I think he had a great summer in terms of just understanding what we're trying to accomplish. During the last 2 weeks of fall camp, Coach Gibson's thrown a ton of looks at him. There's been some learning curves with that, but he's starting to be that guy that doesn't make the same mistake twice. When we were in spring ball, he was more of a liability, and he's just slowly has turned into being more of an asset now.
Jake, how tough is it to prepare for a team that has a new coaching staff? I know we're still 2 weeks away, but what is that process like?
It's difficult. You go through all sorts of tape. Just at his previous stops, how he was at Alabama. You just kind of look at the personnel differences and just how he does how he plays certain scenarios. So it is very difficult for an offensive staff to put together a game plan in terms of exactly what they're going to do. You have a general idea because, those tendencies occur over the course of time. But right now, the focus, I believe, is more on us and making sure that whatever they throw at us, that we can adapt on the run and make sure that our in-game adjustments get our kids in the right position to have success.
We've talked about veteran presences for a while throughout the summer, but is this where it really is applied when you kind of go into week one with some unknowns?
Yeah.
How much can that help?
Yeah, exactly. The veteran, the maturity of this group, that should help a lot because these kids have played a lot of football. Majority of them have, and they've seen a lot of different looks, a lot of different scenarios. So hopefully that if they do throw something different that we haven't prepared for, that they can adapt and they understand what they're trying to accomplish, and we get into the right play call. Again, it's tough with all the scenarios that you can look at. Like, is he going to play us like Georgia? Is he going to play us like Alabama? We don't know. He is a very smart coach, and he's going to put those guys in a good position against us. So we got to make sure that we have our in-game adjustments and make sure that we adapt accordingly.